Mark, perhaps I could ask you then, what should, in pragmatic terms, over the next 3 months, next 90 days, should uh, leaders in the sustainability strategy sphere be doing to make their strategy more CFO ready, board ready, actually
Mm.
investable?
It's a good question, actually. And again, I was actually at a board meeting for a really huge listed FTSE 100 top 10, presenting, supporting their sustainability team, presenting their strategy. So with their assurance providers, and that question was asked, funnily enough, not quite the same way you've asked it, but very similar. And the response was by the team, we need to be honest with ourselves, and we need to have a really good, honest assessment or talk to a conversation with ourselves. And they pointed at us, and this isn't a plug for business, by the way, it really isn't. And they said, we need to be running stress tests with a critical third eye to look at it and go, is it what they say? I mean, their reports are beautiful, it's glossy, it's absolutely outstanding. But is it true? And I think having that honest conversation with yourself to say, let's stress test it, let's get a critical third eye and see whether or not it's actually what they say it is. That's number one. And then number two would be, is our strategy future proof? Did you say for the next 90 days? Is it fit for purpose where we know what's coming down the track? And we know that these things are coming down the track, even if the regulations don't affect you, but there'll be a business in your customers or your suppliers that it will. I will bet everything I have that it will. And I learned from tough experience in my former life when we were running the group and we built it, is that customers and suppliers care about two things invariably: how much and who's doing it. So when I get paid. And you have to weave that into the narrative. So I think they're the two biggest things I would say.
Paul, so final thought from yourself then. I mean, what would your recommendation be? For the next 90 days, just one thing to actually make sure you get going to push this stuff in the right direction.
Um, I would say, I mean, Mark said a couple that I had in my mind, so that was interesting. I would say about the cockpit, what I call it, is like organizations have all these different measurements and metrics that they follow and whatever. Is basically looking to see how they're achieving each of the demands of the CSO. Sorry, the CFO, how they meeting those demands, and are they on track? Because what normally happens when the big guys come in and they wave their arms and say all these brilliant, fantastic stuff, everybody nods their heads and says, yeah, this is great. When they go out the door, everybody's back to normal, aren't they? Everything gets forgotten. So I think that there is a need that the advisors are back in to create something after when the door is closed, so to speak. I think there should be a continuation, so the project should not be just say 12 months. It could be 18 months where 6 months is just monitoring what's going on.
Good point.
I would say that is something, and I'm very conscious of the time, so I'll stop it there.